Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us over here at home. Later, we are, of course, still in the energy of Sukkot. We're still in the process, as we call, we build the sukkah one time, but then the structure or the building of our vessel with the sukkah is a completely different process. So, there's two things, maybe three major points that I want to share with all of you to still awaken, still possible to connect in this period of time, right? We have the Monday, right? You have Tuesday, and Tuesday, mainly Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, Thursday. Okay? These are the last days, but the majority of the time you can still use the sukkah energy is tonight and tomorrow. Wednesday until afternoon, the sukkah energy leaves. It's called Sukkot Leviathan. Leviathan is a whale, literally, but it's the same numerical value as the word Malchut, which is you bringing down the sukkah energy into this world and you establish a new vessel for the year. That is what's happening until Wednesday afternoon, around 1 o'clock or something like that. So, remind you that that the gift that we want to receive is not a temporary gift. We want every gift to be lasting forever. So, through Sukkot, what do we have? There's something called Hosha'anot. Hosha'ana. Hosha'ana is the word for redemption, right? To redeem ourselves. And in Sukkot, technically Tuesday night, we enter into what we call Hoshana Rabbah. Let me explain to you, because from the religious point of view, is one aspect, one thing. But spiritually, what we want to receive from this moment, every time from today, you want to enter, you want to sit in the sukkah. I invite everybody to come here. We have a few sukkahs so people can enjoy and sit and enjoy that light according to how sukkah are meant to be done. Okay, that's not just to have any sukkah, but obviously over here, the way the Kabbalists describe to build the sukkah. So, there's an energy called Hoshana Rabbah. Much bigger, they call it bigger, or the larger, or the stronger, what we call redemption. I need a lot of redemption. That's almost this word. So let me ask you, what is the concept that we wanted to share about that? Why most of us, or people in the world, are not really asking for help? A lot of people in the world not really asking for help, right? Or if they are asking for help, when do they ask this help? When do a person wake up and says, I need help? When do they need it, right? When there's no solution. When the pain is greater. When it's an unknown, or when the fear is greater, or when we're left alone and nobody cares. I need help. Right? But majority of us will not, on a regular basis, we're not going to ask for help. Or the other type of people that always asking for help because they don't want to do. Can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? All day long asking people to do things for them. Because they don't want to do, or they think they cannot do it, so they keep asking people to solve their problem, right? As children, we grew up waiting for our parents to solve our problem with the school, okay? Or the teacher in school to solve the problem with bullying. And so far, we always thinking that other people will solve our problem. But we learn through childhood, and it's something that ingrained, at least in my generation, I'm not that old, right? But I remember that you you grew up, and if you have a person that needed help or early intervention in a way, you will be laughed out. You will be in the special kids class, right? You will be laughed if you have any difficulty in reading or writing or dyslexia or something like that, right? Or you have difficulty with math or with English, right? You will be a source of laughter for everybody. So you be embarrassed to ask for help. And if you need help, it means something is wrong with you. It doesn't look good. If you need you need what do we call a professional support. Oh, you're going to see a shrink. Oh, you're going to a therapist. What's wrong with you, right? Today, even today, it's still very much everybody. If you don't have a therapist, you have a problem, right? But even that still in kids areas levels, it's still embarrassing to be somebody who needs help all the time. So the world that we live in, teaching us, and supporting lack of help. Don't ask for help, right? It's wrong. So let's understand a little bit more deeper part of why don't you ask for help, right? And I know, of course, we grew up thinking this way. We grew up thinking that that's wrong and we shouldn't do that, But today the reality is everybody more aware that they need more help. But what is the problem today with asking for help? The problem with asking for help is that we're asking for help from the wrong source. The wrong source is people. So who I'm going to ask help for? When your go-to is people, family, friends, I need help, please help me, it's not a problem. But that type of help have no much wings. It have limitation. Human can help you. Human are conduit. People in your life are conduit to share and to help you. But it's very limited and very temporary. You can't all day long be dependent on people, right? It's eventually, nobody likes to have needy people all day long. Therefore, comes Sukkot, comes this time, and tells you the only help you want to ask is from above. You need an intervention from above. People call it divine. When a moment is divine. Why do we describe a moment as divine? Right? Divine, which means it's beyond me. It's beyond logic. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's way more than what I can comprehend. That's divine. Or miraculous. Or, you could not expect that. That's what we call it divine. This is the help that you want to have. This is the help that you need to ask. Only from above. That the solution will come from above. Now me, as a vessel, as a person, asking the help from below. Right? I'm the vessel, I'm the individual that we in this time, we need to ask for help for the entire year. And the gates are open. Under the Sukkah today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, you can still sit for 30 minutes and start asking, I need so much help. And now bring me to the second point of help. Most people, when they ask for help, they ask for a specific help. What is the days telling you? I need Hoshana Rabbah. I need a lot of help. Now if you ask somebody, if somebody comes to me and says, Benjamin, what can I do? How can I help you? Oh, you really want to help me? You are in big trouble. Because whoever wants to help me is to help the world. Are you ready for this? Are you equipped for that? Because I'm going to put you to work, right? Helping me? Oh, it's not you're helping me from today until we finish the job. Don't help me for today now. Right? A lot of people, but when, I need a lot of help. Because most people, if you tell them, even if they ask for help, what do they ask? I need specific help in relationship. I need specific help with this, specific help for that. But the problem is, none of us receive help from above. You know why? Because we're asking for a little help. If you would know your real spiritual condition, your real condition, you will ask every day, I need tremendous help. This is Hoshana Rabbah. This is the day. He tells you, Hoshana Rabbah, I need a lot of redemption, not a little redemption in that area or this area. I need a lot of help. If a person is not awakened to know that he needs tremendous help from above, help doesn't come. That's the indication that the person doesn't get it. If you ask anybody in the street, well, how much you need help from above, from the divine? A little bit, a little bit here, maybe a little bit about relationship, maybe a little bit in my business, maybe a little bit here. Many people think it's a little bit here, it's a little bit there. No. I want to see how far I am, so I will know how much help I need. We are in need for tremendous help. And if you don't ask for Hoshana Rabbah, for a tremendous redemption, you're not going to get. You ask a little bit, you get nothing. That's the problem. And that's why people, because why? We got equipped to start asking people for help. And therefore we stop asking and we stop asking and we stop reducing. Right? Because, most of us already burned out all the bridges of all the people you ask for help, right? Or how many people you owe, you don't even remember, right? So therefore, today, tomorrow, these days, it's for the entire year. I need tremendous help to complete what I came here to complete. The work that I meant to do. So that's the first gift of the next couple of days. Again, reminding you that this is a big correction. But as soon as you open yourself to ask for help, first of all is humility, right? Is humbling. Second thing is, when you're really asking for tremendous help, is because you have and you recognize that you have a tremendous purpose in this world. And you need help for all the time of this, or to complete this mission in this world. Second point is there is in the Sukkah some important connection to do. Is you take a cup of water and you pour that in a bucket. Right? It's called Simchat Beit HaShoeva. Right? That's called Nisuch HaMayim, which when you're pouring water into a cup under the sukkah. And supposedly, that is a tremendous amount of happiness for the entire year. So imagine, you take a cup of water, you pour it, you're connected to the happiness for the entire year. Benjamin, if that would be that simple, you will have a lineup of people who want to come in and just pouring some water under this roof, right? Again, we don't have all the time to explain all the deeper reason over here. But water represents spirituality, or represent the Torah. And most people, if you tell them that you need to, or the necessity of being a spiritual person in this world, or to do spiritual work, or to overcome your ego, or to transform yourself, most people say, oh, it seems like a burden. It's so difficult. Every day I should do that. If I tell you every day what we do, you says, oh, every day to do all of this? And every day at night and every day in the morning, where would I have time for me? Right? Don't worry about it. But in a way, a lot of people, if you tell them how much spiritual work, why do we need all of that? Even you tell people, some people are here and they've heard first time we're sleeping in the sukkah, right? We're eating in the sukkah, we praying in the sukkah, we study in the sukkah, we do everything in the sukkah. It's like, why do you need it? You sleeping here? Out? What is it, camping? Right? It's the idea to be educated, like I said last time, by the tool that can teach you outside of yourself. You need to learn it. Most of us are very comfortable within our circle, within our surrounding, within our vessel, within the confine of who we are. When it's foreign, when it's different, it's too much, I can't handle it, What you want to as well, what we call Simchat Bet HaSho'eva. Sho'eva is a pump. The word Sho'eva, Lish'ov, to draw or to pump from those days. The gates are open. And what do we call? You're not connecting to a magical stick that gives you happiness. Now I'm happy. Oh, I poured the water, now I'm happy. No. You're connecting and you're drawing from the source of where happiness comes to this world. So imagine if you have a moment, let's say for example, if you need, to fill up a bottle of water, right? You can go to the faucet, you can go to the main source, right? And you can go to the river where it came from, the well that it came from, right? The water, obviously over there, much purer, much tastier, as opposed to they went through so many levels. In these days, you have the opportunity to lish'ov, to pump light and energy of happiness from the source of happiness. And that is represented by that idea. Because why? Again, it's a different concept, it's a deeper concept. It's called la'alot mayim nukbim, which means to elevate the water, the lower water. Now, again, what is the concept over here? What is the nature of water? If I pour water on the floor, the nature of water is what? Is to go to the lowest place and to sink in, right? That's the nature of water. Water doesn't go up, water goes down, right? If you put it on the grass, they don't stay on the surface, they try to trickle down into the ground, into its lowest place. What are we talking about here? Lish'ov mayim, to pump water, is to be able to transform what mean the water that goes up, which mean when I don't want to share and you overcome that, it's considered to be that you connected to that pump of water that is in the ground. What does it mean? Every time you act when you didn't want to do it, when you didn't want to share, when you overcome and you went outside of yourself, that moment that you pour water today, that is when you start receiving that. So let me tell you the structure. You go, you pour water, the consciousness is the source of happiness, the source of spirituality, which is the discomfort in doing spiritual work. I connected to the source. That is not manifesting right now. Later on, in 2 months, in 3 months, I don't know, there's an opportunity for you to do action of sharing. And you didn't want to do it, but you overcome. You said, you know what, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it against my nature. You activating what you connected today. And that become a channel. You open the channel that you engage with the source today, tomorrow, and you create a channel that can bring you that water, bring you that happiness, bring you that joy from the spiritual work, to reap the fruits of your spiritual work. That is what the second gift that's available today and tomorrow. Now the third idea over here, the third gift that we want to receive here, is the energy of Sukkah, that we call it in Kabbalah, the Kabbalists, mention, it's called it Or Mekif, surrounding light. There is what we call surrounding light, and there is inner light. Or pnimi and or mekif. The mekif is the surrounding, the pnimi is the inner. What is, in the language of Kabbalah, or mekif, surrounding light? It's light that cannot enter to your vessel, it stays surrounding. Why? Because you are not equipped to really bring that light into your vessel yet. It's like many people, when they gain, when they make a lot of money, right? Let's say, they get burned out or they get fame right away, right? You see many people that become famous, they're losing it, right? Somehow a lot of things at the same time cause people to losing it or burn out, right? Even spirituality. Try to study Kabbalah all day long from 0 to 1,000, you get a burnout. It's so much without even having a vessel for that. Like I said before, I'm giving the example. If I put boiling water in a plastic bottle, it will shrink it, right? It will melt it. There's nothing wrong with the water, and there's nothing wrong with the bottle. It's not yet equipped to sustain that. Surrounding light, it's your light that cannot be part of you. It has to stay surrounding you all the time. Opening me, inner light. What does it mean in your life? It's what you equipped to sustain yourself. You are equipped with that light. You are capable of handling that light, right? You are able to sustain, you're able to feel comfortable in that, you're able to connect, you feel you have a grip and grasp of what's going on. That means opening me, inner light. Now in Sukkot, there is something we call Ananei HaKavod, the cloud of glory. I spoke about it a couple of times, but it's important to understand what are we talking about. Ananei HaKavod, the cloud of glory that we know represented by the Sukkah. What spiritually it means, Ananei HaKavod, that happening 7 of them through the days of Sukkot, it's a connection to what we call divine inspiration. Ruach HaKodesh, the divine inspiration, the Holy Spirit. You can draw it for free for the entire year. Ruach HaKodesh. Why? Why the divine? If you know, the word Sukkah is numerical value 91. 91. 91 represent also 2 name of the Creator that indicating a bridge, a portal. How you create spiritual portal? You can create a spiritual portal by the 2 names when they are combined together. The Yud K Vav K and the Aleph Dalet Nun Yud combined together, it's numerical value 91, and it's a portal. How do you create a portal? It's a portal where angels can go up and down through you to this world, and from this world to the upper world, right? To create that portal. Sukkah, every time you enter to the Sukkah, you enter to a spiritual portal. What is that portal meant to draw to you? What we call Ruach HaKodesh, the divine inspiration. I said earlier, everyone love when there is a moment that it's divine. Everyone. I get calls, oh Benjamin, this moment was divine. Wow, this, how it's connected and how this, or even they speak about food. Oh, this is divine, right? What is it? There's no description. If there is a description for a moment, it's not divine, right? So what you want is to draw through that portal that energy of divine, that everything in your life will be divine, that you will be divine. Just to be next to you, it's a divine. This is what you want to draw, right? That everything around you will happen beyond logic, makes zero sense, beyond time and space. That's the divine. Thing was supposed to go one way, and they went completely the other way around. For most of us, it's usually in the wrong way will take us. So of course, This is what we have. Now, these are the three things I spoke about. Or Mekif, surrounding light. And when I'm talking about surrounding light, I'm talking about our light, your light. There are parts of your soul that cannot reside within you because it's too high, it's too strong. Your vessel cannot handle it. So those levels has to stay around. It's your surrounding light. It's not anyone else. It's not some God who is your light. Very simple. Imagine like you have a bank account, right? And they give you credit. In your credit card, they give you, we want to give you more credit. Based on what? Based on what they're going to give you $50,000 credit on your credit card, right? For most people, it's $5,000. Why? Of course, it's not a mistake. Why? Because based on your saving or based on your transaction, we can extend it. It seems like we can, because that's your light, right? The bank doesn't have that money, but based on what we see, we can extend your credit. Same thing, your light, your energy, they are part of us that you cannot even imagine that you would experience them this year, unlike last year, because you're going to ask for it. Surrounding light. 2, your inner light. What are you comfortable with? I want to speak about it a little bit more. And then, Adanei Kavod, the cloud of glory, but we call them the cloud of protection. And I will explain why, because when you have a divine consciousness, you are protected. Everything around you is protected because it's been used as a channel, as a portal for this world, in and out of this world. Now let's understand the process of what you want to connect in the next 2 days. Sometime in life, there are cloudy days. You know what I'm talking about, cloudy days? Cloudy days is not physical cloudy. Even when you have with gray days over here in New York, or usually it's in Europe, everything is gray in Europe. I lived there for a couple of years. It was always gray. You get used to have gray sky, You know what I'm talking about, right? So, also here in New York, sometimes you go out, it's a cloud. And when it's a sunny day, no cloud, oh my God, so great. New York is the best when it's all sunny outside, right? In life, the same idea. You wake up in the morning and you go through the day and all of a sudden there's a cloud. What is cloud? Lack of clarity. Not connected. I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime, Chas v'Shalom. Or situation that is not clear or difficult. Or even stress. I have so much stress. I have so much pressure. I have so many things to do. Right? What is those days? Or you have situation in life that's bothering you. It's bothering me so much I can't be quiet. I'm restless. In my mind, I'm restless. I don't know what to do. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I move? Should I go? Not every day we're working with clarity. Most of the days is lack of clarity. Most of the days with clouds. We're doing something, but let's see, maybe we try trial and error, you call it, right? Pros and cons, you can call it, right? Let's see, pros and cons, this is how people measure that. What do you mean you have a cloud in front of you and you're going to pros and cons? Yeah, we do that, my dear, sometimes in business, sometimes in this, but today we can solve it. You don't need pros and cons, you don't need, contemplation. It's all going to be divine. But you need that cloud. You need that cloudy day. You want that. Why? Think about it. If a cloud comes down to earth, to the physical, right, to the land, what do we call it? Fog, right? Is that clear? Right? Fog, right? It's foggy. It's so foggy. If the cloud comes down, it's foggy, right? And we're driving through it, and we're trying to figure out how to go. This is our life every single day, in a fog. But what is the fog? What is that cloud? It's your surrounding light. The fog that you're in, it's your light that you cannot experience internally as an inner light. That's the cloud. When you feel lack of clarity, I'm not sure, should I get divorced, should I stay, should I have another this, should I start the business, I stop the business, all day long. And many people, what are they trying to do? I'm done with this, I want to retire. So yeah, I spoke to someone that retired, very talented individual. And I says, how is your retirement? What do you do? I breathe a little bit, I cook a little bit, I do this, very much down to almost like a work of a little bits and pieces to do. And I says, listen, and how does it feel for you after, because I know what you've done, you did in your life, He says, I feel unused. I cannot shake that feeling. Why? Because I told him, you have such a tremendous talent, and every day you're standing there and you're cleaning fish, and you're not building what you meant to build, you feel unused. No, there's something wrong with you cleaning fish or cutting potatoes. That's what, today, the big thing I did is, I went to the market and I choose the right chicken and you? From glory of building buildings and changing structures of cities, this what you do, you always gonna feel, it's not gonna stop. And it's not about what you do, it's about your surrounding light. Your surrounding light will never stop. And how it's going to feel? Like a cloud, like something bothering you, something disturbing you, something is pushing you, something is like illogical happening around you. I don't understand what it is. That is your surrounding light speaks to you. I want to get in. Find a way in. This is what the language that you want, and this is what you're sitting in a sukkah for 30 minutes. Today, tomorrow, whatever it is, or even you sleep there, okay, or you eat there, and you ask to transform my inner light, my surrounding light into my inner lights. I want to handle that pressure. I want to handle that stream. Right? Remember when I told you about the pressure? If you remember or not, when you take a shower, you don't like to take a shower without pressure. It's bothering you. But pressure in life, we never enjoy it. Right? Oh, Benjamin, I want to be chilled, I want to be cool, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I want to go with the flow. Boom! Go with the flow into a sewage, not even paying attention, right? Go with the flow. Not every flow you want to go down there. Right? If you have a divine, and if you learn that the fog that you're feeling right now, the cloud, the lack of clarity, the push or the drive that other people have next to you that bothers you, that's your surrounding light. That's your Or Mekif. That's what you want the Sukkah to give you, that information. And it says, as soon as you're able to transform the surrounding light to become an inner light, and I'm going to share with you one more step, that's when the cloud becomes the cloud of glory. That's when the cloud becomes your guidance. Because remind you, I told you what the cloud was about. In the desert, they were guided by the clouds. Every time the cloud moving, they pack up in the desert and they go. Every time the clouds stop, they have to park and unpack everything and park as long as the cloud is there. Sometimes for years, sometimes for a few minutes, sometimes for 17 years. You never know when the cloud is moving, but you have to be ready. What does it mean? In that cloud, that fogginess that will happen this year, you will need it today in the sukkah. But what is it? Makes no sense. I'm outside of the house. It's cold. It's hot. It's this. There's a reason. There's a reason why it's cold. There's a reason why it's hot. There's a reason why it's a test. Now I'll share with you that for most of us sometimes it sounds a little bit more, but the Sukkah is your witness that you are willing to go outside of yourself. If you sit in the Sukkah, or if you have zero desire to get in a Sukkah, it's an indication of how much you can handle this year or not. If you're sitting in the Sukkah, he said actually the Creator gave the Sukkah to all the nations of the world, right? And he gave Sukkot to everybody. And what did he do? He's almost raised the thermostat, raised the heat. And it's really uncomfortable being the Sukkah when it's hot, you know? Or make it freezing. So, it's too cold here, I have to get out. So again, it's a test. Are you going to go out? Or are you going to stay in? Again, beside rain, if it's totally raining, that's when the Sukkah doesn't work. Okay? But wind, hot, cold, no problem. No problem. Just rain. Sukkah doesn't work. So thank God over in New York, this holiday we have zero rain, and thank God we can see it and enjoy. But you see the reason people cannot come in or don't go, I don't know, maybe it's good, I'm connected spiritually. It's a test, and the Creator tests each one of us. Are you going to make the effort to go in? And that is a tool for you to convert outer light, external light into an inner light. This is, but I don't want to go. Go! And you're converting your inner light to equipped more this year. That's what the Sukkah can give you. Now again, another level, another tool, it's important for all of us in your own level, Find what is hard for you in your spiritual work. Find what tools in the spiritual work I don't want to do. It feels like a burden. Okay? And then, again, there's many. There's many for all of us who study for a while. Over here, we shared many, many tools. The spiritual work that makes you uncomfortable, it's what we call the proactive change. Like, for example, sometimes in Sukkot, there is a longer connections, longer prayer, right? And you see, like I asked somebody, hey, can you join? You know, it's 2 hours, not like usually 1 hour, right? It's 2 hours. Oh, 2 hours. No, I can't. You know, I can't tomorrow, right? Who told him that? His inner light says, I cannot handle my surrounding light. Therefore, I don't come. That's the conversation. The person will come and tell you, hey, oh, no, I have to go, I have a business deal, I have this, I have that. Whatever the excuse is absolutely right. But when you ask from the spiritual work that makes you uncomfortable, you know, like for example, if I ask people, for example, for me, if you would ask me to meditate 20 years ago, I would say, you're a lunatic. What do you mean meditate? Or be spiritual. Spiritual is a curse, no? Growing up, if you say be spiritual or be religious, it's like a curse. Almost like to meditate? Are you lunatic? What do you mean meditate? Go work, go make money. That's the meditation. That's how I used to be. You would ask me to do spiritual work? What is it? Don't waste your time. Those people, those spiritual people always talking about it, you know? There's many people around the world that they have certain things. And again, all of us have that. All of us need it, right? But you want to ask the Sukkah, which is in the frame of what we call Or Mekif, help me. Because every spiritual tool that you are taking upon yourself, right? For example, you know, like you see I'm wearing something on my head. It's called yarmulke, okay, kippah, right? You asked me 20 years ago to put it, more than 20 years ago, but 20 years ago you asked me, oh, you know, put it on your head. No, you crazy? You're insane. There's no way. But moving forward, I learned the tool. I understand the consciousness behind that. All of a sudden, my inner light is okay with that. I have zero problem, right? Now you ask me, connect to the Zohar. Zohar, I don't understand anything in that book, right? What would I do to this lunatic? All of a sudden, my inner light is okay with it because start to expand, and my surrounding light tells me, no, it's hard, this, my inner light cannot handle it. All of a sudden, I'm okay with it. I become okay with it, you know? I have people, for example, you know, you tell them, come to class. You know, all of a sudden, they're okay with that. They're okay to come to class, you know? You have people in your life that sometimes tell, come to Kabbalah. No. All of a sudden, you ask them 6 months later, oh, yeah, you know what? If there is something, let me know, I'll come. I heard it so many times. What changed? Now they can handle it. So again, in order to convert proactively all the clouds into the cloud of glory, which means a channel of the divine, you want to find what is difficulty for me, what it makes no sense in the spiritual work, right, to do, and you sit in the sukkah and you ask, I need the help to convert surrounding into inner. I need to handle more of my light. It's not somebody else's light. And the last point related to that, if you want to check really what and how your light is and where you're at, check the people around you. Again, it's nothing to do with them, right? But for example, are people around you because they need something from you, or you need something from them? The people around you feel comfortable around you, or your light is too much for them? Are you collecting people around you so you can be in control over your environment? Are you choosing the people around you because you're comfortable with them? Think about it. Because it's a lot, it tells a lot about you, about your surrounding light. Because when you will be put in an environment of successful people, very successful people, it's going to happen two things. Either you completely judge them and don't want to be around that, or you just awaken the inner light to be hungry for that type of surrounding. What type of environment you insert yourself? What type of people are clingy to you? And why? Why they're still there? Because you make them feel comfortable? Because you're never going to tell them, hey, it's time to change. Hey, time to move. Yet your energy, your surrounding light will awaken people, right? So again, this is what we want to ask. Find out the people. Sometimes it's to really, not to blame the people that are around you, because you attracted them, you're a magnet for that. But it's because they feel too comfortable around you? Or it's because that you feel in control and you don't need to be pushed, you don't need to expand, because it serves your comfort? That said a lot about your surrounding light and your inner light. You want to use the sukkah. This is the time to expand, and the sukkah is an easy, again, it's not comfortable, but is the simplest way to convert external surrounding light to inner light. This is the easiest way to do it, by sitting there, right? Sitting there, asking for help, and obviously choosing to expand or to start to be comfortable with tools that you're not comfortable yet until now. So I want to send you love and light to this time. Thank you for joining us, and have a beautiful rest of the holiday. You can, recording.
Recording stopped.
Thank you. So, anybody have any question? You want to know more now that we're not recording? You're welcome to ask, to know.
As we have a different surrounding light, each person,
Mm-hmm.
So meaning like we feel that the surrounding light with a certain person, other person doesn't feel the surrounding light. That means that this is not it, it's not belongs to him, or how is that work? Maybe it's surrounding light somewhere else.
Explain to me the question again.
For example, there is a very successful business,
Yeah.
and like you gave the example, right?
Yes.
And there is one person that feels that surrounding light, right?
Yeah.
But there's another person that doesn't feel the surrounding light with that specific person.
Yeah.
Does that mean that the surrounding light is equal to that person, or that means that is nothing? This is not his surrounding light.
Yeah, it's like when you see somebody and you have no idea why they do it this way, right? Or wow, what's the point, right? Because it's not your surrounding light, right? But for example, if you see somebody successful is around you, right? You want to ask yourself, what can I learn from their surrounding light? It's not that that's why when I always says, you can't really be a puppet or be robotically follow somebody else. You need to make it your own. Even the wisdom of Kabbalah, it's not like because I said you have to repeat everything I said. I always making sure that somebody's customized it to their life, the way they view it, the way they understand it. It's not like what I said that they have to repeat it the same way. No, even what I study, what I share with you, you study from different Kabbalists and you bring it into what it's the energy and how the environment around you, right? So, of course, it's not about you see someone successful, I want their light. I can learn from their, ability to handle success. It's like imagine us, we cannot handle success in that level. So maybe I can learn from their inner light. Do you understand? Yeah. Their surrounding light is something that bothers them, not bother you. Do you understand? Yeah.
The fog you're talking about.
Yeah.
We've been studying for a while, some of us. There's always pressure.
Yeah.
We handle more, there's pressure, more. Some people believe it, at some point it stops, but for now it hasn't stopped personally.
It will never stop.
Right. Well, unless we reach correction or final correction, then it stops.
When it's collectively, yes.
So my point is maybe we should probably not hope for like okay, now I'm done. Like it's always like being ready for the next. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with excitement or.
So what's the question?
The question is, it's more maybe sharing than a question.
Oh.
But maybe you have more comments about it.
No.
It's to look at it more as with excitement, like okay, what's next? What else can I change?
Yeah, but that's what I shared the tool, the spiritual. If you take, for example, I'm not saying, everybody needs to wear a yarmulke or everybody needs to now pray all day long. No, in your surrounding light, there is something that you are not comfortable with. For example, I'm telling you, it can be just sitting and meditate. I can't sit and meditate for years, right? All of a sudden, I'm comfortable in sitting down or even finding my own way of meditating, right? It doesn't matter what it is, As I said before, like for me, a form of meditation right now, as I shared before, is sitting in the cold plunge, right? You're sitting in a 30-degree water, right? And it's never become comfortable. That's the best, right? That's what it's teaching you, that you can always do more, right? So even if I do 5 minutes, 6 minutes, push it to 8 minutes, you get to a 10 minutes, all of a sudden your body the next will be the 12 and whatever it is, right? So each one of us in our life, we have some tools or something about the spiritual work or something that you are not comfortable, even like I said before, asking for help, right? The first in the beginning. That's your surrounding light. And that will become like, okay, now I'm comfortable asking for help, Yeah. Any other question? Good. Anyone here? No? Thank you. Thank you, Adam. We'll talk later, okay? I'll see what we can do with the thing. Thank you. Hey, Moshe, thank you.